gonna be a smart call to put Archmage on strong, and maybe, just maybe, he will be able to snipe all the DDTs and he will be able to help us out on the 90s. Hello gamers, my name is KK and today we are completing the A challenge. The gist of this series is that we are using the towers that either begin from A, for example like Adora, or we are playing with the upgrades of any tower that begins from the A. For example, with the Buccaneer it would be Aircraft Carrier. For the Mage, the Wizard is gonna be, for example, Arcane Spike, Archmage, so these kind of tiers. Helicopter, it's Apache. Then Alchemist is Acid Brew, so tier 2, pretty much useless. For the Submarine, it's Advanced Intel. And now, let me see, the Druids. For the Druids, it's... I don't really remember, to be honest. Oh, okay, Avatar of Wrath. Pretty simple. And we also use the Village, because in this run, as you can see, I don't have that much stuff to decamo the things, and the only good camo option I have is the Wheezy Boy, and we're gonna need the Village later on because it's just not possible without it. The Submarine we've got is tiers 204. I thought, like, if I have Advanced Intel, then I can get the armor-piercing darts. Okay, so we begin. We start with Adora, and usually I try to pick the map that starts from A, but this setup looks to me like it's pretty terrible, so I thought let's try to do this on the resort. Now, Adora, then I began with the boat, Buccaneer, and we also need to basically try to upgrade every tower that we have to the tier 4 or higher. Buccaneer first. Then we went into the village in order to defend the camp from the camo balloons on round 36 and later. After that I went for the tier 3 mage. And now, around 53, we finally afforded the Arcane Spike. Arcane Spike is amazing. And from this point on, I really wanna try to save up for the Archmage. The thing that worried me a lot with this build was the DDTs. Because the only good tower that we have for DDT popping is the Wheezy Boy. And Wizard Archmage is good against DDTs, but he's not exceptional, let's put it this way. And it was pretty scary. And for the round 30, for 63, we kinda lost. So I chose the decision to actually use the tier 4 aircraft carrier, and it helped us out a lot, and we easily cleared the round 63. From this point on, we are just really wanna save up for the Archmage again, and the village tiers that we have is 220. So I did not give us MIB, I did not give us any discounts, just the jungle drums and the camo village. Maybe I will remove the jungle drums in the future, but for now I think this is fair. And on round 72 we got the Archmage, and from this point on we actually don't have that many tier 5 options. What we can go for is the Avatar of Wrath and the Apache. Guess what I chose? You're right, you bet I chose the Apache, because Avatar of Wrath is really good, but first, we are not allowed to get the more tier 4 because it's the Druid of Wrath. It does not start from A. Next thing is that we kinda don't wanna get him without the MIB because he's useless against the DDTs. And in general, you like Avatar of Wrath popping the DDTs with the MIB because it's really good, solid option in general in your games. Here, we just don't have this option. So I opted for the Heli instead. Why? Because Heli pops everything when you give the camo vision to the 302, 402 and later on 502. Even though Heli is terrible against the DDTs, we have the Mage. But keep this in mind, we have two towers and Adora, but Adora is kinda meh against the DDTs. And with this in mind, even though the Apache doesn't contribute a lot to DDT popping power, it's still a solid option. First, because it actually does pop DDTs, but what's the problem with Apache and DDTs? First, the camo vision, but we allowed the camo vision with the Apache, with the Village. Second problem is that Ninja Kevin nerfed the Apache, and now only every third projectile of the Apache can hit the DDTs. So it's like 1/3 of the popping power, and it's kind of not so good. But with the MIB, every projectile affects the DDTs. So MIB is a must-have for the Helix strategies. But we don't have it. So it's going to be 1/3 of its popping power, but it's still a pretty solid tower. And the way I chose to do this is, first, actually, we need to save up for the Apache Prime, and it will be way past round 90 before we actually are able to do this. But it's Resort. Resort is arguably one of the easiest maps in the game. It's very, very long and convenient, so I hope we can pull this off. Next thing, I thought, okay, let's just put the Archmage on Strong. So, since he's our strongest popping power against the Blimps, it's gonna be a smart call to put Archmage on Strong, and maybe, just maybe, he will be able to snipe all the DDTs, and he will be able to help us out on the 90s. But it was a bit shaky. Now, you might ask me, what the fuck this Alchemist is doing on the tier 101 beneath the Village? And I will answer that it's doing fucking nothing. Why did I put it, you ask? Because I autopiloted him because I thought we're gonna have the Alch buff, and I will be able to Alch buff the Adora, but I forgot that we have only 102 tiers unlocked for this challenge. Now, as you can see, we are kinda dealing alright. The Archmage just obliterated the DDTs on Route 90, and here I got my hopes high, because maybe we will be able to deal with the rest of the DDTs, and probably the scariest round is going to be 95 for us, because on 95 we have 1,000,001 DDTs, and the only good DDT popping power is of course the Archmage. I also used the Adora's abilities during the whole run, but let's be honest, Adora is not even close to being the main popping force in this run. Okay, Adora is overrated. But it suits to our challenge pretty well because it begins from A. Now, Sun ability of Adora is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I like it. But I really wish we could target the Sun on Strong. This way it would be much stronger. And luckily enough, who would have thought that just before the round 95 we got the Apache Prime. And now, the moment of truth. Will we be able to pop the DDTs, or are we gonna be dead? And the answer is, well, you see for yourself. I kinda used the ability of Adora, both of them, and the Archmage is just OP. A very, very good tower for this scenario, really, really solid. He just destroyed pretty much everything, and we chill. Amazing. Amazing. Now, around 96. I thought, okay, what other options do I have that have the good DPS? First, the tier 3 Buccaneers, the Destroyers. But I thought, okay, Destroyers are good. What else? The Armor-Piercing Darts. Amazing upgrade for the Submarine, and we also fulfilled our goal of placing every tier 4 tower that we can, tier 4 or higher. With the Druids it doesn't count because the tier 4 tower does not begin from A. And as you might expect, round 98 is a breather because we have so much DPS. Even just the Apache and the Archmage is enough to destroy round 98. But round 99 was kinda too close for my comfort, but we were able to deal with it using the Adora's ability, and because Adora has the camo vision. And round 100, also not so hard because all of our towers are pretty solid against the bat. Not good, but they have just enough damage to obliterate it quickly and chill pretty much. Boom. So A challenge is completed. You can repeat it if you're interested. The monkeys are on your screen right now. Guys, press the like or dislike button right now, depending on what you think about this video. Subscribe right now and press the bell notifications, because why freaking not? So that you don't miss our amazing uploads. See you in the next one.